So just 1 minute. Ozzy came here when he was looking for a party or something, right?
He was looking for a band, and he was I was raking leaves out there or something. And he walks up to me and he says, "Oh, by the way, do you know of a band that's here? They've been writing me, and I want to,
Okay, so some band that's in the neighborhood here.
Yeah, so that's why I was thinking it was your buddy's band.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, no, I really don't know, because I didn't know he was in the neighborhood even. And so we just talked a little bit. I forget exactly what we were talking about. And then after the whole thing, I walked in the house and I went, I just met Ozzy Osbourne. And he said to me, after I said, pleased to meet you, he said, you remind me of Mick Jagger.
Did you tell him you were a musician?
Yeah, I did. I told him at one time I was. At that time I wasn't doing anything, So, and it was...
And you said he was in town for Ozfest?
Yeah, for Ozfest.
What year do you think that was?
Maybe 2004, I'm thinking.
Okay. We can look it up, and then they said his wife was in the hospital nearby.
Yeah, it was in Lutheran.
Okay.
And I thought, I didn't know if it was really Ozzy or not. I just thought, well, it could be a guy in costume or something,
Well, it usually is.
Yeah, right, it usually is. And then I read that in the paper the next day, and he was concerned about his wife. He was walking the streets. He didn't have a cab or anything waiting for him. He was just like a derelict walking the street. And he had a stroke apparently, and so his speech was slightly slurred. And he was much smaller in stature than I ever imagined him to be.
It always is that way with rock stars.
Tiny guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was small boned and frail looking and pretty spacey, but seemed okay,
Yeah.
It's very unusual.
We should invite him back to visit you again.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Hey Ozzy, if you see this, come on back to North Denver.
I just read in some guitar magazine about one of the guys who backed him up, and one of the guitars and stuff. Enjoyable thing that was for him.
Yeah.
And kind of a career changer after working all the Jersey clubs,
Right.
And,
what would you say to Ozzy if he came back?
Want to play together?
Perfect.